Welcome to Ask a Lawyer with attorney Joey Franks at the Franks Law Firm in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Each week, Joey answers your questions about the law and how it affects you.
Joey, when's the best time to choose a DUI lawyer?
As soon as you walk out of the precinct or the jail, that is the absolute best time to go ahead and select a DUI lawyer. Get online, do some research, find out who you think will be the best fit for you and who has some experience in the DUI area, and give them a call and consult with them. Sit down. A lot of them offer free consultations. A lot of attorneys offer consultations for a low amount, just to sit and talk with you, and they'll explain to you your options and see which one you think is the best fit for you.
Okay, so is a DUI a felony?
Generally speaking, most people get DUIs which fall in the misdemeanor category. There are about 3 ways that you can make it a felony, though. The first way, and probably the most common way, is the third offense DUI. Once you get a third DUI, at that point you have a felony and you're subject to some serious time in the state penitentiary. And then you also have the child endangerment DUI. And that's normally also a misdemeanor, but if the child is injured while in the vehicle and you are convicted of driving under the influence, at that point you've gotten a DUI. And the third way that a DUI can become a felony is what we call an aggravated DUI. So say you cross the double yellow lines and you're intoxicated and you hit another vehicle causing serious injury to that person. At that point, you've committed a felony, and the DUI goes from being a misdemeanor that we can usually work out in a reasonable manner for your benefit to a very, very, very serious offense that you're looking at years in jail. And that's the best answer I can give you, because there are 3 ways to turn what is your normal misdemeanor DUI into a felony.
Okay, so what does a DUI lawyer like you do?
Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to try waiving any initial appearances. We're going to minimize the amount of time that you actually have to spend in court, because we understand people are trying to work and make a living, and they have this on their back, and we're trying to get it off their back to the best of our ability. And the first way to do that is minimize your amount of time in court. Second, we're going to try getting your court file. And there's some new rules in Mississippi that have just come down, especially in the justice courts and municipal courts, allowing us to see discovery that we previously didn't have access to. There were some prosecutors out there that would give it to you, but now they're all required to give it to us. So we're going to go and see what exactly they have against you. We want to see their reports. We want to see the crime labs. We want to see the officer statements. We want to see the videos. We are going to pull all of that, and we are going to sit down and we're going to watch all those videos. We're going to read those statements. And we're going to find everywhere that either an officer messed up or failed to prove that you qualify beyond a reasonable doubt for driving under the influence, first, second, or third offense. And that's what a DUI lawyer does, is they look at the facts and they apply the law to your advantage.
Legal immigrants, anything special there?
Legal immigrants, you could be looking at some delays with your visas or your immigration paperwork, because you're going to have to disclose that. As far as illegal immigrants, if they're involved, there's always a chance anytime you're arrested that you're certainly going to be deported. There's a very good chance that ICE becomes involved. There's also a chance that nothing happens, especially in some smaller communities. It's a hit and miss when it comes to the illegal immigrants. And when it comes to legal immigrants, it's usually not a complete holdup to becoming a legal immigrant. You may have to discuss this with your immigration attorney a little bit further in detail and make them aware of everything so they can take the necessary steps and precautions to ensure that there's minimum delay in the process. But very, very rarely does a DUI alone just sink your chances for legal immigration to the United States.
Now, Joey, you talked about this before just a few minutes ago, but maybe we should just talk about it again and see if there's anything to add. What if my kids are in the car when I get stopped?
Well, you become subject to an entirely new DUI offense. It's called DUI child endangerment, and it carries a much heftier penalty as far as time in jail and fines. You're looking at up to 12 months in jail, and the child is any child 15 years of age or younger. If they are in the automobile with you, when you get a DUI, then you're also going to be charged with DUI child endangerment, which is a separate offense and carries a fine. And like I said, up to 12 months in jail. It's still a misdemeanor unless, as I previously stated, the child is injured in the vehicle. Quite often we can resolve issues. Sometimes the police fail to take the proper information down on the child and they can't prove that it was a child under the age of 15. And if they can't do that, then they don't meet the requirements of the statute. The absolute best thing is, one, don't drink and drive with a child in the vehicle. And certainly the police are going to be unawares and looking, and they are going to throw the book at you if that's the situation, which makes it even more imperative that you get a DUI attorney involved. Because if we can beat the DUI, then there's no DUI child endangerment charge to come along with it, because they have to prove the intoxication to meet the child endangerment part of it.
Thanks for listening to Ask a Lawyer with attorney Joey Franks at the Franks Law Firm in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Call attorney Franks for a free consultation at 601-773-7777. His website is thefrankslawfirm.com.